Robert Kennedy Jr. picked his vice presidential nominee for his ticket. He didn't pick someone from the right or the middle. He picked someone from the way left. And we're going to tell you why he picked her. Robert Kennedy Jr., who tried to run for president as a Democrat before Joe Biden's people literally shut him out. They said, you can't debate, and we're going to keep you off the ballot, and we're going to keep you out of the caucuses, and you can't run as a Democrat against Joe Biden. Unbelievable. He would have given Joe Biden a run, at least a run for his money, is now running as an independent and has named his running mate, Nicole Shanahan, who is a incredibly wealthy lady. Well, because she was married to Google co-founder Sergey Brin. So sometimes marriage is a good thing when you walk away with, $5 billion or whatever she's got. To give you an idea, that's who she is on the left. And that's Robert Kennedy at the announcement in Oakland. Now, let me tell you about her politics before you get all excited about this dream team of Miss Shanahan and Robert Kennedy. She's Robert Kennedy's biggest funder. She paid $7 million for a Super Bowl ad supporting him. She gave big money to Buttigieg, running for president, who basically is a communist. She gave to Marianne Williamson, who has less than 0.0% chance of ever being elected anything. She gave to the Bidens. And get this, the two radical DAs on the West Coast, one is in Los Angeles, one is in San Francisco. They're the ones that let you out after you've been charged with shooting a policeman, robbing a grocery store, carjacking on Wilshire Boulevard. No bail will, because that's against black people or whatever their bullshit reason is. I have to censor myself. She was their biggest funders. So she is to the left of the left.
I wonder why he selected her. Because of the money.
I think.
I guess that makes sense. She's bringing a lot of money, so let's go ahead and do this because of the money.
And the left wing loves her. I don't mean moderate Democrats. I mean
AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, the squad, the far radical left, the ones that want to destroy this country, defund the police, everything you think that is wrong, she's about it. They're all about it. Yeah. This is socialism, communism, all wrapped up together. And let me ask you this, Barry, who's it going to help? Who's this going to help? Or who's it going to hurt, rather? Let me ask this question. Who's it going to hurt going into the 2024? Who's it going to hurt? Is it going to hurt President Trump, or is it going to hurt Joe Biden?
Well, that's the brilliant question, and I've got the answer ready for you. Robert Kennedy had talked about picking a conservative. He talked about the quarterback who...
Right. That was floating around. The football player, right? It was a football player? Right.
Yeah, used to be the quarterback at Green Bay. Now he's with the Jets, and he's very conservative.
Mm-hmm.
He would have pulled from Trump. Instead, he went to the other extreme and picked somebody as radical as you can get who, defund the police. Sure, I don't care. I've got 50 people protecting me in my 5 mansions in my private jet.
Exactly. Is that the same jet with P. Diddy? I'm just asking the question there.
They have their own jets. She's got she could buy and sell countries. Okay. So I think what Robert Kennedy was doing was saying, the only chance I've got, which is really no chance, is to pull from the left. And now I'm going to do it. And there are all kinds of pundits out this morning talking about this could spell the end of the Biden reelection campaign. Because if Robert Kennedy and Miss Shanahan pull 2 to 3% off the left side, bye-bye.
Yeah. Even the Elizabeth Warren types would vote for that.
Yeah.
Because she's radical. The Pete Buttigieg type would vote for that because he's radical. Even Karine Jean-Pierre type would vote for that because she's radical. All of these radical leftists are going to lean that way. And you know what? Really quick, there's already been reports that Joe Biden has been kicking and screaming about this already.
Oh, they're worried. The mainstream Democrats, and I don't consider the Democrat Party of Joe Biden to be the same Democrat Party of Robert Kennedy Sr.
No.
Robert Kennedy Sr. would have been a Republican today. His brother, as president, would have been a Republican today. They would not recognize the Democrat Party.
No.
That Democrat Party is just a front for leftist, activist wokes. And quite frankly, how do you run for president, Will, when you think defunding the police is great, when you think cashless bail is great, when you think open borders are great? The vast majority of hardworking Americans of every color, and from the middle of the Democrat Party all the way right to the Republicans, they feel the same way.
Yeah.
The number one issue in the country is wide open immigration, which apparently they think is great.
You know what they do, Barry? Because just I don't know how, if to give an example to go right along with that, you can only talk about humanity when it comes to someone who broke the law coming into the country, right? Because all of this socialism, all this is lumped in together. You can't call a person who broke the law a criminal any longer. You have to call him a human being that made a mistake. Right? Not a criminal. Because even though they're taking the life of someone like Laken Riley, you can't talk about that. You can't talk about that. That's a human being, not her. Not her.
Right.
The person who committed the crime.
Well, look, it's interesting you brought that up because Trump went to meet with Laken's family.
Yes.
While Joe Biden was apologizing for calling her murderer an illegal alien. My bad. I should have said undocumented, not yet citizen voting person or whatever.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm very happy he didn't pick Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback, because it would have pulled a couple of points from the right. And I'm sure when Aaron Rodgers gave his viewpoint, he's anti-vax. He doesn't believe in COVID lockdowns, right? He doesn't believe in cashless bail. He doesn't believe in these left-wing crazy ideas. Kennedy probably thought, well, I agree with most of what you're saying, but the voters won't, and I need somebody to pull from the left.
Yep.
So goodbye, Aaron Rodgers. Hello, Miss Shanahan. And that could very well, you're exactly right, make the mainstream Democrat Party that's pushing so hard for Biden's reelection, they're in trouble.
They are in trouble because Joe Biden, he's down in the polls. He's worse than Jimmy Carter. And then they come out and they tell us, oh, he's doing such a great job. He brought the deficit down $1.7 trillion after raising it $18 trillion. But he's doing great. He's doing great, though.
Nobody's buying it. Look at what bread costs. Look at what gas costs. Look at unemployment figures. Look at crime. Look at the cesspool in the cities. Nobody's buying it.
No.
Nobody is buying it.